Hello everyone, I am Erika of Beadingschool.com and you are watching another surprise coffee time with Erika. After yesterday's extra announcement, because I wanted to show Rachel the beautiful comments that she received from many of you on her mini challenge piece that she prepared for the Dangerous Liaisons mini challenge, well, I just felt like why not do one more again, because I just received a box from the Beadingschool Treasury and I felt like I would like to open it together with you. So this is coming from the Beadingschool Treasury, full of some new things that just appeared in the bead shop. And you might know that I live in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, but the Beadingschool Treasury, where your sparkly orders are being shipped from, it's actually in my hometown, in my home country, Slovakia. So there is about like 1,400, 500 kilometers, more than 1,000 miles between me and my beading room and the treasury. It has, of course, its challenges, as I get to meet the team only a few times a year, and I would love to spend more time with them, but it also has a few perks. Like, for example, I can place an order in the bead shop just as you do, and then I can experience the same excitement as you do, and then open it and put everything on my bead mat, and that's pretty good, I would say. So let's do this together now. So it's not the biggest package, but it's quite heavy. So let's see, I will also show you my hand camera. I hope, by the way, that you can see me and hear me. I see Debbie and Erika and Eve and a Facebook user friend watching. Facebook user friend, if you click the link in the last sentence of the description of the video, then I will also see your name and greet you personally. But for now, let's see what's inside the package. I'm curious. I placed several orders and I'm not sure which one arrived, or all of them. Probably all of them. The treasury team is pretty awesome in packing and preparing things. So I just removed the bubble wrap and it looks to be full of ribbons and metal components. I see also some sparkle over there. So let's see one by one, what do I have here? So first of all, I'm super happy for this one. It is a ribbon charm. I was waiting for this because I would love to finish one of the earrings still that is work in progress from the Dangerous Liaisons box. I want to make maybe even a full set of this. And I used here part of the ribbon charm. I actually decided to remove the lower part of the charm, and I will use that small teardrop somewhere else, and then I connected here a teardrop cabochon, and I love it that the color of the Precious and Acre cabochon is kind of coming back with the teardrop. So I like how it looks like, so now I can finish my set. And I see Susanna and Sarah. Oh, Sarah says having a challenging day, so a little bling and bead goodies will help for sure. Sarah sending hugs. I hope you will feel a lot better tomorrow. And Nitty, now I see you. But let's see what else is here. I have here also a bag, a bundle of earrings. The green variation, it was included in the new Beading School Academy team box. It's called the Frost Ear Stud because it's the winter tail box. And it is a lovely filigree earring. with the loop turned sideways. Even the loop is like so delicate. I love it. It's, by the way, a closed loop. So when you bead through it, then there is absolutely zero chance that you will lose the beaded motif. And then there are 5 rhinestones set into the filigree. The filigree itself, it is like, oh, it doesn't come to my mind. How do you say it when there are like, when the surface of the metal is decorated with punches, kind of, but it makes even the metal part more interesting. And then there are 5 rhinestones set inside the filigree. And I see Jennifer and Joyce and Jessica and Mary. And I wanted to have all the colors, so I went for the whole bundle. There is also a fuchsia variation, and I think this might be my favorite. And there are, oh my god, more than 20 of you watching now, even if this was like super unexpected. And I feel like I need to reward you with a little bit of interesting background information. I'm grateful for you watching. In the meanwhile, this is the transparent version. So that little secret that only you who are watching will know is that actually I had my eyes on this type of earrings already since the beginning of this year. And I have to admit that originally I ordered a big bunch of the blue ones already for the Jardin Majorelle team, because I thought that that would also work, the Berber motifs, and then it was not delivered. So sometimes when beaders or my friends or anyone asks me that what is the biggest challenge of like putting together the boxes and managing everything what happens at beading school is, then my answer is like to deal with the unexpected and come up with a solution, and no matter what. So this was one of those moments when like, yeah, we will have these beautiful earrings, and then they didn't arrive on time. But then later I showed them to Heather, and she thought that the motif is also fit for her Winter Palace team, Winter Tail team, but she chose a different color. So just a bit of interesting info for you. Even Susie is here. So nice. Which color is your favorite, by the way? I have here the 4 colors now: the blue, the transparent, the pink, and the green. And when you see them next to each other, which one do you like the most? Erika says textured. Yeah, maybe that's simple, that's textured. Debbie likes the green. Susie likes the royal blue. Mary says she likes both earrings. Me too. I like it that the whole earring from top to bottom is decorated. Eve likes the transparent because of the sparkle. Sarah also went for the transparent. Helena likes the blue. Claire likes them all. Big hugs, Claire. Jessica likes the blue. Sherry likes the transparent because it's versatile. Joyce, get them all. I made that decision, of course. But let's see, what else do I have here? Look at this. The Winter Tail Filigrees. So this is a shape from that little manufactory that I keep mentioning because I simply love working with them, and the Historic Filigree collection. It is made using designs where some of them are as much as 100 years old, and the machines and the designs were thrown out into a scrapyard after the Second World War, and the family who runs the manufactory now, they rescued them later after democracy came to the Czech Republic. And this filigree library, it is hiding in this nice little manufactory, and then one by one, together with us, together with them, we are reviving the shapes. So every time when I have a historic filigree on my bead mat, then it feels like it's something truly special, something spanning over eras. And Heather chose a historic filigree for the winter tail box. This is the shape that we revived because of the winter tail collection for the Beading School Academy. But then, of course, we like to have the filigrees in all the possible colors. Antique silver is also one of my favorites. For me, this bright silver, it is a bit too bright. So, okay, I grabbed one because just in case, let's have one in my stash. But when it comes to colder tones, then I like to go for the antique silver. What color of filigrees do you like the most, by the way? Then I have from the warm tones two here, a golden colored and an antique copper colored. From this also my heart goes towards the antique copper, and I'm a bit less fond of the golden ones. Sometimes I feel like, okay, this is it, I need the bright gold, but most of the time I like it when there are like darker spots and lighter parts in the filigree because of the antique effect. And then there is also a gunmetal black one available. And I'm actually for the future thinking about creating a kind of a Victorian collection. So I think a black gunmetal filigree would be perfect for that. Eve says she likes antique copper. Sarah says, I think you know what I like. Sarah, I think, like, I'm not 100% sure. I would say antique silver, but I also see you using antique bronze often. So tell me if I am right. Joan likes the gold antique copper. Joyce likes them all. No prejudices, dear Joyce. Sarah likes the bronze. Okay, that was my second guess. Jill likes bronze and copper. And Mary says, yes, the Victorian gunmetal and gold and copper. Okay, let's do a Victorian collection one day then. Now let's see what else is here. My box is full of little baggies. So another bundle. Okay, Zuzi made a confession. She says, I got 3 colors yesterday, couldn't resist. So Heather, when she created the theme for the Beading School Academy, the Winter Tale, then she went like so much further than I expected, and she really created a magical world for you. She wrote a story that will become part of the virtual classroom, and that story is super heartwarming and magical and sparkly, fit for the holiday season, and you will receive it part by part in the virtual classroom if you are one of the Beading School Academy students. And when I read Heather's story, then I was making notes, and I made notes about artifacts that appear or some things that she mentions in the story. And I searched for a bunch of metal components that reflect on those artifacts and little things that appear in the story. And this is it. So heads up that a little tiny key will be very important in the story. So in the bundle, you can receive a key and a lock. The key is super tiny, by the way, very delicate. You can hang them, for example, on an earring. Then that one part can go on one earring, the second part can go on the other earring, or even together on a bracelet. When I started beading, then these dangly bracelets where between motifs you attach a dangling little charm. Those were super fashionable. So that is also a possibility to make. Then it's a winter tale in a beautiful palace. So this reminded me of ice flowers on the window. I don't know if you get them in your area. Sarah probably does because she lives in Sweden, so she gets ice and snow and probably ice flowers on her window. Unfortunately, I don't see them like ever nowadays during these past years. In the Netherlands, we barely have any snow or ice, but when I was a kid, then I remember having ice flowers on the windows very, very often, and they were beautiful, and these charms remind me of ice flowers on the window. But even if it's a winter tale, then the whole story that Heather wrote for you, it starts with the leaves on the trees turning yellow and purple and red and all kinds of colors in the autumn. And it is in the story time to move up to the winter palace. So I also wanted to include leaves in the metal charm bundle. And these are full of cubic zirconias. And super sparkly. This is how the back looks. So the leaf is actually perforated. Always when there is a crystal on the front, then the metal in the back is perforated, and that's because then the metal part lets the light shine through, and the crystals seem to us even more sparkly. And Mary, I'm so happy that you like what's coming. It is a royal palace, just to give you a heads up about the story. And at one moment there will be peacocks mentioned. So even Heather's beautiful necklace, the second signature jewel, is called Peacock Pendant. So I also looked for some peacock charms full of sparklies. And this will also be super nice on a pair of earrings, I think. And then we will also hear some birds chirping sometimes. So there is also a pair of sparkly birds. Even the eye is a sparkly crystal included in the bundle. And again, where the crystals are, the metal is perforated for more for more sparkle. And like, just look at how delicate the charm is. I'm trying to sharpen my camera, because when you look at the feet of the bird, then you see that even that is so detailed. So these are super nice quality. My box is still pretty full. It was like, I don't want to make like a very long video, just show you quickly what I have here. But yeah, I should have ordered less. And then I have here ribbons. I thought first that the ribbons, that is just a tiny extra in the box that we have, and let's see what do we do with it. But then actually already Nitty started to play with the velvet ribbon in a very creative way in her Summer Days box. And then the Peacock Pendant from Heather, it uses the ribbon in a very ingenious way. She's so creative, she made it adjustable thanks to these special connectors. They are super simple but help to create this construction. And then a peyote stripe, which you can make in any color that you like to match your jewels. So when I saw that there are indeed possibilities even in such a simple thing as a velvet ribbon, then I also thought like, okay, we need more colors. I need more colors. I need all the colors. For an easy solution, there are also ribbon ends. But there are many different ways how you can use even the ribbon. I used mine that came in my box also for my signature jewel. You will receive 1 meter in the box, so you can divide it into 2 if you want. And this is how I used my dark teal. With a nice clasp and the silver rhinestones. And I really wanted to have more colors. Do you want to see any of these colors? I don't want to unpack all of them, but if you would like to see something better, then I'm happy to show it to you. Joyce says, in the meanwhile, love the leaves and birds. And Neeti is here with us. And she's looking forward to learning the method of Heather. Claudia, hi Claudia, she would like to see the red. There are 2 colors of red in the bundle, a brighter one. And then a darker red. This is more like Bordeaux. I like them both, but I'm leaning towards the darker shade. It's the wine color, if you would be wondering which one is it. Then I also have here some more metal stuff. I'm also playing a bit with some kind of metal components. So these are the flower connectors in 3 different colors. Then I really wanted to have the romance connectors in all the possible colors. I had the antique copper from the box, but then we also received finally the antique bronze, the antique gold, and the antique copper, the antique silver. So I wanted to have them in my stash because there are so many possibilities to use this tool. I was wearing a pair of earrings yesterday, actually, where I had one. So this is just one of the many possibilities what you can do with the romance connectors. Then, okay, let's see what is here. This is interesting. This was my original tiny bead order, and then it kept growing. I know that it happens to you too, so I don't feel embarrassed. I have a hair clip here in antique bronze. So it opens by pushing this part, and then I can attach a beaded component here. So for long hair beaders, this is perfect. We actually had also a brooch base some time ago which had the same motif, and now it came back as a hair ornament. Then I absolutely needed Preciosa beads in the new colors. Oh, Susan is here, and she says the clips are pretty just as they are. Actually, they can also be worn without adding anything, but you have the possibility. So this is one of the new Preciosa colors that they introduced recently. I'm super happy and proud that we were among the first bead shops that started to carry the new Preciosa color. So this is Cobalt Blue, and I love the matte variations. So I have here Cobalt Blue Matte and Cobalt Blue Matte AB. It's a dark royal blue, and I think this one will for sure appear in many of my jewels. I also have the Chaton Roses here in Cobalt Blue. This is the Cobalt Blue without any effects. So finally you can see it better. Sherry says, I love that color blue. This was like a shade of blue that was missing from the Preciosa selection, I would say. And now it's finally here, so I'm happy for that. And then this is the Cobalt Blue AB, which is, I think, beautiful. Sometimes the AB shades don't differ from each other that much as the base colors. So I don't have all the AB shades in my stash, but this is one that I was looking forward to check out. Oh, and when I'm moving it, then I can sometimes see the dark blue sparkle and sometimes a lighter blue sparkle. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Then recently, well, just now we also started to play with oval shapes. So I want to try some of my ideas also with other colors of this 13 x 18 millimeter ovals. So I ordered a pair of Bermuda Blues and a pair of Vitrail Rose. The Vitrail Rose, it's pretty similar to the Vitrail Light Medium that you might know, but I find that this is easier for me to work with. The Vitrail Medium, I find it sometimes that the contrast is very harsh between the green and the rose part. And then I find it challenging to, Eve was asking about it a few days back, that how should she try to combine it, and I find it challenging, but she received advice from many beaders in the club, and she even finished her Rosamond in the meanwhile. And yeah, the Vitrail Rose is a bit tamer, I would say. I also wanted to have one more bag of the mini gem duos in dark bronze. Just yeah, it's a nice color, nice neutral color, so I want to play with it more. And then this shape is from the previous team, from the Dangerous Liaisons team. Veronka had the beautiful Alcazar pendant made with this, and I wanted to have it in antique silver too. And then my last bag. Oh, my box is empty. I could keep going. This is my last bag, and these are the new Rhombus connectors in all kinds of colors. So I have here the light cyan, there are 4 pieces in each little bag. Try to hold them like this so you see the sparkle. You can see that even the insert in this crystal connector is like high quality because there is like kind of a fire inside. Of course, it's not a diamond, but yeah, there can be a big difference between glass and glass. Then I have here a royal blue variation. This is also nice. The Princess Pink, I think it's more of like a neutral component, as the Princess Pink is more like blending in with the gold, while the royal blue and the red are like in your face. So it depends on the jewel, that where do you want to showcase the connector more, or where do you want to like have it a little bit kind of in the background. And as Rachel says, they are just so versatile and really add a touch of class to any piece. I have a feeling, and thank you so much for your purchase, dear Rachel. I really have a feeling that since I started to use the glass drops in metal settings and the connectors, that I can personalize my jewels easier, as there are so many different shades and shapes and shades and sizes. And they started to look more like jewels and not like something made at my kitchen table. But they help me a lot to have a professional look. Sherry says, I love all the red, but I'm crazy about all colors. And Jessica says, royal blue and gold are so striking together. Indeed. There's also a bag for those of you who would like to go for an absolutely neutral color, or if you want to choose only one of the connectors, then this is the way to go. There is also transparent crystal available. And then the last one, the purple that was included also in the box. So, oh my god, I made such a mess on my table. Now I will have quite a time to clean it up. But that's also part of the fun. And for next week, I prepared for you a bunch of mini workshops where I used many of these components. And I will tell you more on Tuesday, but you can already find the material lists on the Beading School blog in the last article that was from the Wintertail box. And I will show you how I was playing with all kinds of little components that that were included in your winter tail box, but are also available in many different colors in the Beadingschool Bead Shop. So this was one. Then I have here this steel work in progress bracelet, where I used metal connectors and the velvet ribbon, and I really want to try this with the wine red velvet ribbon that I showed you earlier. And this is also one of the mini workshops that you can do with me. In this case, the charm is coming from the luxury component box. I didn't have any more. I used up lots of things from the winter tail box already, so I grabbed something else that I had on my beading table. And I will also show you how I attached the super sparkly clasp on the velvet ribbon. So I'm really glad that you enjoyed this, and thank you for joining me during this surprise visit with you. I hope you had a nice coffee in the afternoon. My coffee cup is sad and empty at the moment, but it's beautiful. I love it. I found it in Budapest last year in a little vintage shop, and the lady in the shop told me that no one wants it because there is a tiny black dot from the inside, and I just felt like, okay, then this needs to come home with me. And my afternoon coffee verkeerd, my Dutch friends will know, coffee with lots of warm milk usually comes in this one. So thanks for joining Surprise Coffee Time today. Happy beading and take care. Bye bye.